Wow, Team Tyson Fury, someone in Tyson Fury's camp, heavyweight Joeseph Parker now says he doesn't have Rona after it was previously reported that he did have the Rona. This is what caused the Wilder Fury 3 fight to be postponed. I'm gonna talk about all that and more in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys throw a thumb up on this video, like the video, that goes a long way to notify others of content they may be interested in. The sweet science. This is your one-stop shop for all your boxing needs. Let's get into today's video. Now, Joeseph Parker, this is Stuff. It's a New Zealand magazine, or I guess media imprint. And Joeseph Parker says, I don't have the Rona. You guys see it right there on the screen. Says, I don't have the Rona. New Zealand heavyweight boxer Joeseph Parker has doubled down on his insistence that he doesn't have the C19, we'll say. American broadcaster ESPN linked Parker to the Rona outbreak in the Tyson Fury camp that has delayed the British Stars trilogy fight with Deontay Wilder. Parker has been training with Fury in Las Vegas and told Stuff at the time of the report that he was keeping healthy and safe, and that his family who are with him in Las Vegas were all good too. He attended the UFC promotion where Conor McGregor was beaten by Dustin Poirier, UFC 264, and he was at that fight. But Parker said reports around his health were incorrect. This is what you guys need to see. I highlighted it in yellow for you. Joeseph Parker is now saying, quote, I found out I had Rona in the paper, Parker told News Hub, scoffing at the ESPN report. Before I went to the fights, I returned a negative test. Everything is all good here with me and my family. Wow. So he says he found out he had Rona in the paper. Parker continues to put up social media posts of his training session in the US. He is waiting on confirmation of his next fight. It's likely a rematch with Derek Chisora, yada, yada, yada. So that's what you guys need to know. Joeseph Parker says, I do not have the Rona. Now, this same website, the same exact website, posted this. Joeseph Parker and Tyson Fury reportedly test positive for the Rona. Days before, July 10th, the new article is July 14th. So 4 days ago, this website posted that Joeseph Parker and Tyson Fury reportedly test positive for the Rona. The trilogy fight is postponed with Wilder, right? This was on the information from a boxing reporter, Dan Rafael, which I already talked about. Per source, others to test positive for Rona in the Fury camp are assistant trainer Andy Lee, featherweight Isaac Lowe, and former heavyweight titleist Joeseph Parker, who was trained by Andy Lee and has been in camp with Tyson Fury, right? So, as you guys know, this is a bad look. I made a video about this, about Joeseph Parker, who, again, as you guys see on the screen, had previously been reported as testing positive for the Rona, right? I'm showing you. Then after people outed him and my video came out and he was seen at the Conor McGregor fight and he was seen lifting weights and everything I discussed in those videos, now after those things have come to the forefront, he says, I don't have the Rona. This is my question that I've been asking. Every time we're talking Tyson Fury, how come it is always shrouded and surrounded by controversy, right? It is always surrounded and surrounding controversy. Anytime Tyson Fury's name comes up, no matter what it's about controversy. It's about drama. It's questionable behavior, questionable antics, questionable gimmicks. So now we have a reporter who declared Joeseph Parker was one of the many people. So keep in mind, the day this happened, I remember vividly, they said up to 10 people or so tested positive in Tyson Fury's camp with the Rona. So as a precaution, the fight had to get postponed. One of those people, Joeseph Parker, after he got, after he was seen in public at the Conor McGregor fight, I made videos about it. Other people were talking about it. Fans were talking about it, especially after my video dropped. And then now he's recanting and saying, hey, I'm healthy. I don't know why I read about that in the paper. But my question is this. I have the screen recording that I've showed you where Joeseph Parker was at the Conor McGregor fight. And after he got outed, the video was prematurely deleted. We all know Instagram videos, look, how long do Instagram stories last? 24 hours. The Conor McGregor fight, I'm on the West Coast, California time, right? You guys look at those other videos with the screen recording. He posted the video in Vegas, my time code, the Pacific Standard Time, when Conor McGregor was doing his octagon walk, right? His cage walk. And Conor McGregor first walked out. So it had to be about after 9 p.m. The story was deleted because I did the video and it was up by the morning. The story that was deleted by noon, by noon the next day. So after he was getting called out, the video came out prematurely, like I said, before 24 hours. Joeseph Parker's story showing that he was at the Conor McGregor fight, right? Because people started talking about it. Parker at Conor McGregor fight, right? Just to show you. Look, other people started talking about it. Rona positive Joeseph Parker attends UFC. Fans probe Tyson Fury excuse, right? So this is the video. I talked about it. A lot of people were talking about it. They're like, hey, wait, I thought he had a Rona. How's he at the fight? Right? I made a video about it. This is Joeseph Parker. He deleted. Look, there's Conor. As I mentioned, everything I said checks out. Conor McGregor's in the octagon right now, and he's smiling. So now he's saying, after he got called out, Joeseph Parker saying, I don't have the Rona. So my thing is this. Why did he delete the story prematurely? Why didn't he just let it, just ask yourself these simple questions. One, Tyson Fury, every single time his name is involved in something, whether it's Glovegate 1 or 2, whether it's Martin Carefoot, it always seems to be like drama. Whether the characters he's surrounded with, like the Daniel Kinhans or whatever his names come up, it always seems to be like something like a messy situation. He said something he wasn't supposed to say, etc. So that's one question. My second question to you guys is, why, if Joeseph Parker is now saying, hey, I don't have this, that's why you guys see me training and lifting weights and swimming with my family and at the Conor McGregor fight, then that means you're free to go to the Conor McGregor fight. You're a grown man. Why did he prematurely delete the fight footage of him at the Conor McGregor fight? These are things you got to ask yourself as a true fan. Why did you, when I made videos and people made obviously articles, Rona positive Joeseph Parker attends the UFC, and then the fans seen this and started questioning, hey, I thought you had the Rona. Why did he delete the footage? That's all we want to know. Why did he delete the footage as opposed to letting time, 24 hours elapse, and the story automatically gets taken down? Why did he prematurely delete it? Because if you're not Rona positive, then you have every reason to be wherever you want to be. This is looking very bad for Tyson Fury. My thing is this. Like I said, everything surrounding Tyson Fury seems like drama, toxic. That's why I call him Toxic Fury. And here's the other issue. Every time we get to one of these standoffs with Tyson Fury where it looks doubtful, like let's say Glovegate, there's more information that comes out that furthers the belief that he cheated, right? Or if people thought that there was a lie being told, how come everything that comes out after and the behavior and the the mannerisms, and what you see happen next, it always seems to further that rather than dispel and put to rest those rumors. Like, some people doubt, including me. I'm definitely one of them. I don't believe Tyson Fury. So he says he has the Rona and all these people in his camp have Rona. So if people are skeptical and you have skeptics that he got the Rona, then why does the behavior seem so weird following that? Like Joeseph Parker, again, okay, he doesn't have Rona, right? That's what he's telling us. Then why did he delete the story? You have nothing to hide, right? You don't have Rona. You have a negative test. You didn't test positive. So why did he delete it prematurely once people started calling him out for being there? He said he didn't realize that people thought he had Rona until he read the paper. So once you posted the Conor McGregor footage, why not just leave it up? Like, hey, I don't have Rona. I'm free to be here, right? And so on and so forth. So, like I said, as time goes on, it continues to look bad for Tyson Fury. No matter what he does, it seems like drama follows him. And I think that's a sign. That's a sign of something. You know, maybe it's his character, the company he keeps, or whatever you want to call it. But drama seems to always follow Tyson Fury. You know, people doubt he had Rona, and then this weird behavior follows. So it's just like, what do you expect people to think? He's failed drug tests before, etc. Right? Now Joeseph Parker, for whatever reason, this reporter said he had it based on his source. Where did the source get this information from? And here's the thing, is like, when is there going to be any accountability in boxing? Boxing is looking like the Wild Wild West. When is there going to be any accountability? So reporters, this is 2 top ranked situations that have happened recently. They said Teofimo had the Rona. They said Tyson Fury had the Rona. Both top ranked ESPN fighters. Teofimo, same thing. There was conflicting reports. Some reports said he was at home sick and bedridden with the Rona. And then on the ESPN Lomachenko Nakatani telecast on the broadcast, the ESPN reporter said that Teofimo was with his pregnant wife in Italy. Where are these stories coming from? Teofimo Sr. was in attendance for Lomachenko Nakatani. So where did the ESPN reporter hear? That's a random place to be. Teofimo's not Italian. He's not from Italy. So where did he get this? So the reporter just concocted a story? Where did he get it? How come the reporter never has to explain where their information came from, especially when it looks bad, because what they're putting out is allegedly not true. Same thing with this. Reporter says Joeseph Parker has the Rona, and then he's saying, hey, I never had the Rona. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so who told the reporter? Why did the source know that people in Tyson Fury's camp had it, and then said Tyson Fury was going to postpone the fight, but then they included Joeseph Parker? How did his name get thrown into the mix? And what about these other people? If you already told us Joeseph Parker had it and he's saying, hey, I don't have it, then what about these other guys? Andy Lee, the trainer, Isaac Lowe, who really has this? Because Jared Big Baby Anderson, he was jogging the next day. Joeseph Parker's working out. The strength and conditioning coach is filming Joeseph Parker. So who in Tyson Fury's camp really has the Rona? Man, it's a bad look. Use my link in the description to get TUBEBUDDY. TUBEBUDDY is an awesome browser extension to help you level up your YouTube content. Make some money on this platform if you're going to be uploading. Use my link in the description to get TUBEBUDDY. Very bad look for Tyson Fury. You guys let me know what you think is going on. But there's so many holes in Tyson Fury's story. Per usual, it looks like Swiss cheese. It's very holy. Let me know what you guys think it is. Joeseph Parker is clearing the air after he was exposed being at the Conor McGregor fight and working out and all this stuff, and he says he doesn't have it. But we have boxing reporters being fed some information from some undisclosed source that contradicts that. Let me know what you think it is. Drop me a comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We working.